Okay, let's get started and let's get sanding again. Let's go. We'll set up. Ready to review. Alright. Water. Peace. I didn't do the inside. I gotta do that now. But while I do that, I'll do the back. So the back's fine. I can start sanding that. So we'll work on this part. Grab the milliput. So, milliput. Fix up the inside. And then do the outside. I'm gonna need a lot. I need about that much. That much. Around about the same size. There we go. Mix it together. So now I'm going to use it to fill in the holes there. I'm really just using it to smooth over the top. I don't need a lot. Even my thumb. And this is just getting stuff ready for Monster. So I'm just using it to fill holes. Not for anything else really. That's why I don't need that much. But what I really want to do is fill the holes up. And once it's filled, it doesn't really matter as much. Because there's small holes that be filled up quite easily, and just use water to drag across the top and just make sure it's just the holes filled, and you don't want to fill in like the gaps that are supposed to be there, if that makes sense. So I'm doing here. Just rubbing back and forth, rubbing back and forth. I'll grab a bit of, should have grabbed a bit of tissue paper, kitchen roll, something like that, just to help with the filling. Do that again. And just trying to get there and rubbing it in to fill in the pieces. And go. Just liquid to do it really. So do that. Just seal the tissue. What I needed. Alright. Alright, so those are filled now. That'll be quick to thing. I'm just gonna check if everything else will fit into it. So small like that. Fits nicely. And the body. That will fit into the back gap in. It's supposed to be there. Which it does. Even at the bottoms. So with the bottoms actually. It's much clearer here than before, because before it was super. There you go. So now we're going to start sanding. And we use a really rough grip. So this is, I'm using 240. I might actually go to 220 or 120 for this. 220. Seems like I only got 220, which is annoying. But a heavier grip than that. Let's see. Alright, we'll use 220. It's not a big deal. It just take a longer time. So 220. Just hit there. And we're going to hit the back because we don't hit the other parts, but we need to hit this. So we just go in and start to flap quite around the whole thing. That's what we're going to do. It's a lot of sanding to get everything ready to be primed and painted. You want kind of like a smooth feel between all of it, so it feels like a one piece rather than it being filled. So it's just a process of doing it. It shouldn't take too long to do this. Especially the 3D print parts, as long as you do it with the FDM, as long as you're doing it with like heavy grits, it shouldn't take too much to sand it back and get to a point where it's get rid of like the lines and stuff. I'm just trying to get rid of as many of the lines as possible before I prime. So if you don't do that, it will still show up with the priming, and when you make the molds, it will be in all the parts. So you're trying to get rid of as much as you can as early as possible. Alright, so this is going to be the harder part, is smoothing these edges and getting to be like how you want it to be. Don't take my time with that. So it's getting smooth. It's not looking too bad. Alright, so now see it's getting to a smoother curve into it, and then where I put the milli part, I started to actually form the shape around it, how you want it to look. So that's what I kind of was really going for when I added the milli part. That was really what the point of the milli part was. It was to get everything to kind of fit together in a nice way. And now, on top of that, see how smooth it is when I run my finger around it. There's no movement, just what I want. So when you fill that with resin, when you put primer over the top of it, it'll just be a smooth top over the top. But I'm trying to keep all the detail as well, so I'm not trying to get rid of any detail that we have there already. The good thing about Millipart as well is that if you use Millipart, you can literally go in and do certain things with it. So you can go and add like cuts and scars and everything on the Millipart and let it dry, and then that can be part of your piece again afterwards. It's a nice little, and it's not expensive. Like in the UK, you can buy it on Amazon. It's like £3. Like a normal craft store, you'll get for like £5.50. But it's one of the most useful things to use when it comes to modeling and mold making. It's really good over my yeah. And when you can do this, try to get wet dry. Ooh. I'm watching Jujutsu Kaisen. Even though I've read this far, it's good to see it animated. So I'm not gonna do it in parts that I know are gonna be sealed up. So like I'm not gonna resend there because I know it's gonna be sealed. I'll leave it. You never want to see that part of it when it comes to the actual final product. I'm trying to do it where all the pieces that all seem like the final product are all smooth. Designed it. Yeah, so I'm going to take that paper, I'm just going to go over and look at everything from like a point of dried. I'm kind of in a dry state. So now it's looking good. Gotta move it on. You know. So you lose a little bit of detail. Really what I want to keep is the very, very high detail stuff that's really deep. That's what I really care about really right now. carry on. So we're getting to a smooth spot right about now. Most of this 3D print. So after this, it's basically ready to prime. I might just go in and do that cheese's parts. Oh, see, look, found like little holes inside here, so we'll fill them up. Okay, guys are super quiet. Alright, so the mic's not been on. But basically I've just been sanding everything down and it's kind of smooth now. It's getting to a smooth point. They're looking really good. There you go. Oh, the head's FDM, Magnum PT. FDM, it was massive. I've just been sanding it for ages. So just trying. So like, we have a set. So we have a set of printers. So we have like a numerous sets of printers. We have, but the Form Labs, the Form 2 we have is kind of out of commission. So I had to get it done on this, on our Ender 3, and did it that way. So that's why there's a lot more filling and everything like that. But it ends up to be cheaper, but it's just a lot more of a lot more work that needs to be done later on, obviously with the post processing. But I don't mind that much because I know that it's gonna be molded, and because it's gonna be molded, I'd rather just get a good piece, because after that it's just resin after that. So, Magnum PT, do you do a lot of stuff in resin? Are you an artist? What do you do? Or do you just like stuff? Just like this cool stuff? Oh, just something. Oh, cool. Sweet. So, what do you do? Do you 3D print them as a hobby? Or is it more like you do GKs or resin kits? So then I do it 3D print mostly resin. Ah, cool. What printer is it? What printer do you use? I would love to know. Because we do it in the multiple. We use resin or FDM depending on the purpose and use of the product that's going to be done for clients or what we're going to release. And the Gumas, yep, we got that. What do you think of the new are you thinking about getting like this Elegoo Saturn or the Anycubic Photon Mono X? Are those like planned to get later on in the works? That's it there. Yep. So that's it. That's what it looks like right now. It's gonna get primed though, so it's fine. So, done the tank body, and we've done the head so far. I think the face is at a good point as well, that I don't need to do much more. There's so many printers that I would love to pick up. Like I would love to have like a print farm at one point. Just like have tons of printers. Even though I kind of is a print farm, but I want to have like a ton. Yeah, you would love one? Yeah, same. Well, almost we get one at some point in 2021. We're just waiting for. I'm just waiting for to see if it's better to go and get the Elegoo Saturn Mars. It's better to get the Elegoo Saturn or the Anycubic Photon Mono. So it's more of a thought about that. Plus, I want to get some equipment for the computer. Yeah, it has really been moving fast. It's been going crazy as of now. Like I think like I got a feeling that we might end up just moving away from FDM and just go completely resin. Just due to, even though it's more expensive, it saves time and prep time and everything like that. You don't need to use as much, but the failures are annoying when they do fail. So it's pick and choose. Like we'll keep both. We'll use both, but at some point we will replace like one of our FDMs. I think we're gonna go for like a Flash Forge or Ultimator next, just because I want because we want to use like I and the team want to use like a PVA support system, so that we don't have to go through the whole process of like tons of this. Obviously you still have to do some filling, but it won't be as crazy, you know. That's why I like resin. Exactly, resin gets super expensive, especially when you have to use like certain things for certain parts. So like, say you're going for something that's going to be, say you're going to be something like you need tough resin because it's going to be a mechanical piece or something, or it needs to be able to be machined as a prototype. Doing that, man, that resin gets expensive, especially with the forms. The Formlabs resin, so good, but so expensive. You understand why it costs as much as it does. So, yeah. But luckily enough, the resin is tax deductible, so do that all the time. As soon as you buy resin, it's like, oh, I gotta take it off. You know. You know, so, but I do want to get the FD. I do want to get. I do particularly want us to get like a FDM printer that is literally got like an IDEX printer. Do you know what? Obviously, I'm guessing you know what an IDEX printer is. If you don't, I can fully explain what IDEX is. Yeah, so I want us to get like an IDEX printer so that we have the PVA supports. Even though the PVA supports are expensive, the savings in time of like having to not have to do certain things, so much easier. I'll be so much happier with that. Post processing, I do like it, but it's relaxing because you're just sanding most of the time, but it takes a lot of time. So, Magnum, what do you do? So, as a hobby, do you actually just print, or do you actually like design stuff yourself for printing? And what type, if you design stuff for yourself, what type of things do you design? Are you like more of a hard surface, organic, character, environment, prop artist? You never tried PVA filament? Trust me, it's like doing this. It's like this water here. I had all the things, and you know normally you have to snap it off. You just gotta print that, drop it in water and leave it there. The supports melt off by themselves. Perfect. You don't have to do anything. It saves you the time of like trying to cut away and sometimes leaving, like, you know, when you have sometimes you have some of the supports still break off and it's still on top and you have to cut them off with like a blade or something like that. Very bad design. It's just practice, man. Like, to get this, even for me to get to design this design point, it's taken a while. Taking a while. You know? I've been at this for like 5 to 7 years, designing and printing. Oh, you do, okay, 360, yeah, parametric stuff, yeah. You do that. Suck at organic. Well, you know what is great? I suck at hard surface. I suck at hard surface. Way better, more better. I'm way better at organic and character modeling. Way better. But that's what I focus on. I specialize on that. You know. Whereas like hard surface, I never specialize in. I can do the basics and I can get the shape and I can understand it because it's just breaking things down to the simplest shapes, like any type of art design. It's just learning about shape language and breaking it down. But other than that, I'm terrible at it. I'm not gonna lie. It just takes a lot of time, and that's the reason why I'm gonna learn to animate. And I'm gonna do it with my own character, Wolfgang, and I'm actually gonna go in and try and make it rig it, and I'm gonna do retopo, rigs and everything and get it ready and actually texture it properly. So I'm just gonna try and get it to be that point. Let me see. There you go. Just get this all done. Some more this done. So then I think that head's finished. So if you look at the head now, not sure. So that's how. So every time I'm looking at it, every time I pick up a piece, I'm literally looking at it and turning it around. Sorry, I'm moving it like this. So I'm turning around thinking about it. So to me, it either be a 2-part mold, and I don't want to touch the face. So that part of it, I don't want to touch at all. So if it's gonna be a 2-part mold, I will do it more in side to side. So I'll go. Let me see if I can go grab, put it into the camera. So what I'm gonna do is mostly go across the top here, right? And then we're gonna go around there, but we're gonna come around the back and down and around the top here and come up that way and then come around it. So try and come around as much of it as possible so that you can pull it off this way and then it doesn't affect that, and then you can yank out the front of the head that way, and then you don't have to break off these little bits here. Either that, or I'll do it as a block mold, put put a block mold here, do that there, add a couple of vent holes here and here because that's where they're going to vent, and at the bottom of the mouth here. So those will be the 3 vent holes there and the pour mold. And literally just do it as a cut the same way I said it. So I'll cut around here, cut around the outside there, come back down and do that and try and do it like that. I still haven't thought about that. I'm still trying to think about it and see which is best. I still need to do this because if you look here, there's still some issues here and a bit of that. So I'm just going to do that real quick. I like the easy parts, block molding, because it's freaking easy. I don't have to do much. You know, it makes it easy for me. So, but I'm lazy. That's a lazy thing. You should really know how to learn every single type of mold. If it was a bigger piece, like a real big part thing, I'll do a matrix mold, which is like using brush on silicone and get it really thick. Yeah. So like this is an easy piece. So this tank body is an easy piece. It's a block mold. To me, that's a block mold straight away, right? I'm coming straight from the back here. Gonna pour up like this because everything will line up and go up like that, right? And then it'll fill up to the top. And then I know that I can just cut down here, down the bottom here, all the way down to here, down the front here, and stop there. And I can pull apart this way and just pull it out and yank it out that way. So this is a very easy one. This not so much. And there's certain parts that are very easy and certain parts that are not. So if we go and grab, I want to grab the cannon. So just got the cannon for it, and just to show you, that's how it fits together. So that's why it's like, you can tell this has been designed in a certain way so that everything's been designed so it can be epoxied together and just glued in and just fit like this. And just going like that. And that's it. And you know when it's going to get epoxied, no one's going to see certain things, so it's fine. Look at that. That's how much filling I have to do on that bottom piece. So I'm going to have to flat that off now and get it to the point where it looks good. So sometimes I use a blade to try and cut it off like this. So, there you go. So it might be mostly set as a GK, and we might do it like a handful of finished ones. So first thing I need to do is get, as soon as this is done, you go and make the mold. As soon as you have to make the mold, that's fine, that's perfect. The molds are great. You do it in like, I can make a GK out of that, so it'd be like a grey GK. Then I'm also take a few of that and do a master paint job on it, so I can get a master finish and see exactly what it will look like painted. And then we can go and sell them off as like finished pieces if people do want them like that. So it's more of a try, and you can do multiple ways. You might do it two different types of ways and just do one on a smaller scale than the other. Alright, Magnum PT. To you, what would you prefer it as a GK? Would you prefer it as a full kit, finished pieces? You prefer GKs? Do you like painting yourself? I would love to see some of your paint jobs, because I accept that I'm not the best painter. We have someone in our team that is our painter. Kind of like we have different different team members and stuff for different things. And our team members our team members are all remote anyway. So it's like all contractors. I would love to see some of your paint jobs. That'd be great. There we go. Nice finish. Nice fit. So, I got asked. So, Magnum, when you get GKs, what type of size do you get your GKs at, and where do you get your GKs from? Oh, okay. So where do you live? If you don't mind me asking. Ah. Yeah, I get it. Because most of them are in like Korea or Thailand or Malaysia. That's kind of why we wanted to do GKs, because I'm in the UK and we're based in the UK. So that's the reason why I wanted to do GKs, because it like if you have a company that's in the UK that can do these GKs really well, we can do something for people that are like here that actually love their stuff, you know, their source materials and stuff like that, and actually give them something that they can collect, because without paying the exorbitant amount of tax. And I say this in lieu of what's happening with the whole EU and stuff that I don't even want to talk about that, but I think it's so stupid. But you know, it makes it easier for people to actually do it. Yeah, I can do that. And I think there's such a big need for, like, I might be wrong, but I think there's such a big need for it within like Europe, and like there's such a big toy anime movement happening in like Portugal, Spain, the UK, just worldwide. And because of like the the cost of like getting something shipped over from like Asia, it just kills me. So Magnum, what type of GKs do you go for, if you can? Like, would it be like mecha? Is it like waifus, husbandos? What ones do you go for? No particular style. Sweet. You don't, because we haven't printed out half the things we made. You have so many. You have so many. I don't know if you want to see some of the stuff we've done, but I'll put a link to like at least our ArtStation and Instagram, so you can see some of the stuff we've done. And some of this hasn't even been printed yet. It's just been made digitally, and it's just like ready to. The models have been made, and they haven't been keyed or cut or anything like that, so they can be done. I think the one that has been done that I did this again was yeah. I have a ton of projects that are sitting there. But there was one that I did and I was like, oh, I really want to print it out. And it was a Psylocke from X-Men in a different, like kind of art style, you know. And I just haven't got around to printing it. I need to do some. Obviously, I think our printers need maintenance right now, so there's gonna be new parts to buy. So I have to buy a new screen because I've been printing so much. And new screen, and I've changed the FEP over. I need to get more resin in, and I need to get more FDM, more plastic to print. But check out our Instagram. That's the best place to see us, because we generally are like posting what we're doing and what we're doing all the time. Just gonna add it onto here. Oh, that's it. I'm
keyboard is on the bottom.
So the best place to check us out is there. Check us there, and then that will give you most of what we're doing, all the things we're working on. And our Psylocke one is there, and we got a Godzilla one we did as well, which we will print out at some time because I think we do want to do that bust as a nice little cool thing. But Magnum. So what? Can you name me some of the stuff that you got in your collection right now? I'd love to know. Ooh, nice. Nice. Man, I think you'll love the Psylocke we did then. If you're like are you a massive X-Men fan? Because me personally, I am. I always have been. X-Men have been like some of my favorite. Was like one of my, I think, if not my favorite, one of my top 5 Marvel properties. X-Men was definitely up there. I should go back. So it's dried up, and I can see certain things I want to get rid of. So I'm just going back now. Thanks, man. Thanks. Appreciate it. Sculpting myself. I was gonna do like a couple women from X-Men. So I was gonna do like one of my favorite X-Men. You know, she's like just the quintessential 90s kid. So, like Jubilee has always been like one of my favorite X-Men. Same as Nightcrawler. So this Psylocke, I might just do like a couple more females, maybe in the style of side look, but change it a little bit for each one of them, and do it like that. And I might release them. I might release the files to print. Just give them to people to print, or I might just do it as a GK again. Would you like, okay, Magnum? Would you like that? If you made that side look into GK, would you get it? Because we might just get it printed and make molds. We might just make a ton of like molds and just do stuff for like on-time delivery of GKs. Oh, sweet. So it's good to know, because it's like just a feeling from our point of view is that we might just start doing some just-in-time orders and deliveries of GKs. So we may just like get a bunch of GKs together, get the boxes done, because we kind of make them like try and look really nice. So we kind of have like special boxes we make for each one of them, just so that people have like a nice box to have everything in and stuff like that. And we end up just putting like a label on it, so people know exactly what they're getting. Or we might do it in colors, certain colors for like certain characters, so you know exactly when you pick up. It's like, oh, that's for that. But we might just start doing like GKs basically, or kits for people, just like on demand. So if we'll leave the files on our website. We'll get to that point. We'll put the files on our website, and then if you purchase it, we'll have the GK done in enough time. So maybe like the GK will be ready in like a couple of days or something like that. So we might just do something along those lines. Got to be a little bit of plan to get that all sorted, and a lot of mold making to get all the molds right. But if we can work towards that, that'll be good. And we'll just leave them on site for people to buy. There we go. Alright, so I've done most of it. So I'm gonna try to put this together just to see it. So we just put it to one side, because we haven't gonna do any more. We've got some more prepping to do. I don't think we've got much more prepping to do. It's more like priming for now. So, let's see. Track. Oh, we need to sand this. This needs to be sanded way more. Looking on the inside. So these were the littles. Nope, it's not on that side. Boom. So, okay, that, perfect. So it's kind of like a cool one because it's like two pieces. So some of this stuff is already done, so that's okay. To really put it on first. I need to do some hole filling on this bottom part as well, so I'll do that now as well. So it's coming together nicely. So certain things will fall apart because obviously they're not being glued together. Certain things will come together. Most of it will come together quite easy. So like the cake came out because it's not glued in. There we go. Get the hands. So which one's which? That's the bottom hand. So we got that. And this should fit there. Booyah. There we go. Let's push it together. Like that. Just move this camera out a little bit so you guys can see it. There we go. So that's it all together, and it's quite big. So when this is finished, this is gonna be really good, and it's gonna get primed and everything. But right now, because we sanded everything like that, sanded these nicely, and everything like that, and stuff like this. So now it's kind of at the point where it's pinnacle of like getting primed and painted, primed and great, like filled and primed. Just do some filler primer and some actual primer and just get it over the top and just get it done like that. So that's what we're going to do next. I'm just going to do there's a couple more things to be done. So other than that, it's fine. Just gonna take that clip. Yeah, some of these things. You know, so it's really smooth. It's a really smooth finish now. So we're really at a good point with these. I'm just putting them in the box that I keep most of the master prints in because it doesn't move anyway. I gotta do a bit of filling on here. For the UK, if I want to buy, if I'm just trying to buy one primer, don't need a lot of primer or anything like that. I will buy most probably like go to like a bike store like Halfords in the UK. We have Halfords. I only go in there and just buying like one or two cans just to finish off like a certain piece. But if I'm buying in bulk, I just go to Amazon and it doesn't really matter. I just use auto body, like standard primer that they use on like car bodies or just like any plastic primer really will do well. Plastic primer is not really the main thing, because it comes down to paint afterwards really. That's the one that you're like, ooh, the paint. So you know, so that's what primer is not really that big a deal to me or to the process. It's more about other things. What primer do you use? Question. Do you use like a Tamiya or Vallejo or Vallejo? So like now I'm gonna use a high grip because I'm using resin, so I'm gonna go to like 400. Oh, this is 600. So I'm gonna grab my I'm gonna grab a 400 piece. I'm gonna use a tiny bit for that and do it that way because I don't need a lot of it, and it's resin, so it smooths and grinds quite quickly. I'm just adding more like mid filler. I'm just gonna try and push it. Automotive for FDM, yeah. Automotive plastic primer for FDM is fine. Just completely good. Question: What level? How low do you go on the FDM printer? Because I can tell you how low we went. Because some of these look really fine, and I can tell you because we went down to like 0.80 microns on the ender to get it down to that point. So we try and go as low as possible when we're doing these master prints, or at least these prototype prints. Not a rough prototype. We do a rough prototype. That's just like we just want to get as quick as possible and see everything fits and do fitment checks. And then we do another print where it's more like, no, we want to get these ready for actual product and molding, and they get done at a way slower rate. Take a lot more time to do it.
Stop. No. Yes.
How did 0.06 work? It must have taken forever. Yeah, it must have taken like a couple of days. Like it must have taken like 2 to 3 days to print like something that's like quite big. Oh, you're gonna try. How long did it take on the small stuff? Dude, no problem. Don't worry about it. It's all good. We're just talking and saying about 3D printing. We're gonna end this soon anyway because I need to go eat. I haven't eaten yet, but I'll both be back on. I'm gonna. Like the head of the model 4D. Yeah. Okay. So it's like yeah, because you want to keep it as accurate as possible when you're doing head and pieces like that. Definitely Magnum. So we're gonna come back on anyway because I gotta do some. I'm gonna try to do some animation work and rigging and retopology for parts that I'm gonna animate. So that's gonna be fun because I'm not good at animation. What's Pumpkin Jack? But I guess in Magnum now since from now on, I guess all the heads you've been doing have been in like resin, because why not do it in resin when you can get like even better quality out of your head prints and stuff. And I guess you do like the larger prints in FDM just because it's quicker. Ah, okay. I've been playing. I shouldn't have got sucked back into it, but I started playing Wild Rift because it's League. It's League. That's it. That's what I have to say to that. It's League. If League gets me, League sucks me in. I try to stay away from League as much as possible. So the inside I don't really care about. It's this outside part that I'm messing. Okay, that's an interesting concept. What, dude? What happened? Your work might end up playable in Street Fighter. Is it? Who? Who? As what character? Please, I'm confused. Now I'm confused. Don't, is like One Piece come to Street Fighter or something like that? Alright, let's go grab some more. Okay. Okay, not bad. Might as well. But Magnum. You gotta, I gotta see your painting, dude. What? So you got Eligumars. Have you got FDM printer? And what FDM printer do you have if you have one? Ah, you got CR10? Alright, at least you choose. You can do whatever you want. I don't mind. I love it anyway. You can do whatever you want. Minimum's made, your mom's made. CR10. See, did you get that for the sheer size and print space that you can do it on? So question, Magnum, do you do your bases and like your stands and like the diorama part for your prints on the CR10, and then maybe like the more and the high detail stuff all goes on like the resin LED Mars, like arms and hands and stuff like that? I can't play Street Fighter either. I'm terrible at fighting games. There we go. Magnum, me and you have this. We have the same thinking process when it comes to 3D printing. But I do want to go all the way to. I do want to go all the way to just resin. That'll be ideal, even though the cost is higher. Going all the way to resin would be so sick. Maybe getting like one of those super high-end printers would be ridiculous. Even though it costs like 10 grand. No, not 10 grand. Minimum of 10 grand. That's a minimum. That or Tekken. That or Tekken. Alright, good. Since Tekken's got no like projectile based fighting, it's all fight hand to hand, I guess, or at least weapons to some degree, you know, because obviously you got Yoshimitsu and stuff. I'm gonna try and build this corner up. So I'm doing like a bit of build up. For ultimate, you might as well do it for ultimate. Yeah, if you got Super Smash, yeah, you might as well do it for Super Smash as well. Is it? I mean, it was hard to make. I guess they're super expensive. There we go. Alright, so we got there. Got to a certain point. Alright, so we got all this good stuff, all the good stuff there. I'm gonna do a little bit more on something that's a bit of a secret project that I'm working with a client. No one knows about this. So I just gotta do a fix. And I gotta use a bit of resin to do it, but it's a leg. It's a little bit of a leg. I know, Sephiroth was a good ad. Good addition, Nintendo. Smart move. You have to get that little piece, I think. Well, but the love of Minecraft, people that love Minecraft is real. Minecraft love is real. You know, it's real. Alright, so I just do a quick fix. There we go. Doof, that was the fix. We'll let it dry over a day. Okay. So, as of now, I'm gonna take a break. It's gonna end the stream. Guys, thank you for joining. Bestem. It's because our projects are, there's no cost to a project. It's based on what you need. So it's really depends on what you need and the circumstances behind it and time frame. So there can't be definitive price on anything. But if you do get in contact with us, we will definitely, and send us like a brief or something like that about what you want done. We can definitely come back and get in touch with you and tell you exactly the price of what you need, and it'll be competitive. So it'll be a good price for good quality work. If you want to, just send us an email and it goes to info@atomicstudios.online. Send us an email and we'll be in touch with you as soon as possible. Hopefully that helps out. Helps out with that. No problem. So we're gonna end this stream here because we gotta let some stuff dry and let it cure out and stuff like this. Also, but we will be back later in the afternoon. I'm going to be doing some retopo and trying to learn how to animate. I'm not amazing. There's nothing amazing about me. It's just loads of hard work. And it's not just me. We have a team. There's loads of people. I'm just the sculptor, that part of it. We have an amazing painting team. We have amazing painters and we have amazing designers when they have projects for them. They're really good. But yeah, we're gonna end the stream here. Thanks for joining. We will be back later because we're gonna do some retopology for our own project called Wolfgang. I'm trying to see if we can make it into like a little TV short or like little TikTok, Instagram short videos. So we're gonna actually animate it, retopo, animate it, texture it, animate it, and try and give like a feel for it and everything like that. So we're gonna work towards that and try and get that done. But thanks for joining, guys. It's been real. Until next time, peace, love, live long and prosper. Woo, we'll do that. Woo. See you later, guys.